Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. Today I'm going to be talking about the Galaxy S24 Ultra, my first 24 hours. So I am impressed, but not like overly excited about this device. I got it because I currently own the S23 Ultra and I do tech reviews. So I was intrigued by this to see if there is any improvements from Samsung's previous generation. And the truth is, there's a few improvements as far as hardware goes. It feels a little different in the hand. It has a flat display. But other than that, folks, I mean, you're still going to get the same type of video quality and picture quality from this device. One thing I think might have gotten a little bit better is the battery life. The battery life on here is 50% now and 4.5 hours of screen on time, like 46% or something like that. I think I'm at like 46%, and it was charged about 20 hours ago, and I've gotten about 4.5 to almost 5 hours screen on time. And so this is a huge improvement because the S23 Ultra was really solid on battery, and now the S24 Ultra kind of capitalizes on that and I guess gives it a little bit more boost in battery. I haven't like tested the battery on the S23 Ultra in a long time. I had it since launch, and it's just a really solid phone on battery. But this one right here, man, I cranked the screen all the way up to Quad HD, and it's at 120 hertz, and just all the goodies that when you have a phone like this, you want to make sure that you're getting the best out of it. So I wanted to tackle that first. Battery life has actually been really solid on here, no issues whatsoever, but we're just getting started. So hopefully later on down the line, the battery doesn't start to die faster with updates and things like that. So before I move to screen and then hardware and things like that, I did want to talk about some apps. Now, this started happening on my S23 Ultra. Once Samsung updated the S23 Ultra to Android 14, a lot of apps, a few of my apps don't work, and it just tells you go to the website. And I thought that was pretty strange, but something as common as Amazon doesn't work on Android 14 for the Samsung devices. At least for mine, they don't. It always takes me to another page and says go shop on the website. It's not supported. But it's doing on this one as well. And you know, it's just what it is. I have to just go to the web if I want to shop, or just use a different device. Kind of agitating when I'm using this and I want to just go ahead and do something real quick on Amazon, and I can't because it's not, I have to go to the website technically. I just have to go to the website. But nonetheless, this screen is large enough to where I can go to the website and it still feels great and everything works fine on that. So speaking of experiences with the software is great. It's just the Samsung experience, the Samsung way, One UI 6.1, Android 14. Other than some apps not working, that main app that I talked about, the phone's great. No issues whatsoever. And again, we're just starting out in the first 24 hours of me using this device. So it's going to come down to the longevity of it. Like my S23 Ultra is tried and true. I know that device in and out. I did a backup from that device, like as far as transferring all the apps and settings all over to this device. Yeah, that's just what it is. It's running smooth. It's probably going to run smooth. I don't anticipate this device having any issues, but if it does have some issues, I will be the first to put it down for you and let you know this is what's happening with this device. Like I just told you about the Amazon app. Let me know if you're having problems with that on your S23 Ultra or your S23 lineup that's on Android 14 where Amazon is not supported. And I forgot the other apps that are not supported, but that's one that I'm in a lot. So it's just every time I pick up this device, I'm like, oh shoot, it's not supported. So nonetheless, software is good, performance is great. Started to do some gaming, and I was like, I don't game anymore, but I started to try it out. So I do have an Asphalt 9 account or whatever. Like I was playing it on like the TV had like a console at one point, and so I signed into that app on here, and you know it looks and goes perfectly fine, no problems whatsoever. It's just going to come down to what you're doing with your device to determine how it's going to perform. Pardon the dog over here. She loves to drink loudly and eat as soon as I start recording. Yeah, she's going in over here. But nonetheless, hardware. This device feels a tad bit different than the S23 Ultra. I mean, just a smidgen different. The sides appear to be a lot flatter because it does have a flat display now. So the sides appear to be a little bit flatter, but also the back is frosted nicely. I love the titanium sides, and obviously I went with the titanium black because pretty much Samsung kind of screwed up the colors this year. I think The only colors that I could entertain at all was this black one, the yellow, and possibly the blue. But I already have a blue S23 Ultra, so I had no intentions on getting another blue one. So why not go with what goes with anything, which is black? So overall, this hardware, though, if you have the S23 Ultra, you're gonna say, wow, that feels exactly like the S23 Ultra. And you'll be right. It just feels a tad bit different. Like it's almost a little bit wider, but it doesn't feel like it because it's flatter on the sides. And then it has that flat display. It's just strange. I know that it's still a big boxy device, but when I hold both of them side by side, it just feels a tad bit different in a good way. So I did test the cameras out. I went on a walk. Obviously, I walk every day. But I took this phone with me and I started taking some short clips and started, taking a few photos. And it's what it is, man. There's really nothing spectacular that you're going to see in day-to-day usage on this device. But Samsung focused on AI, and the companies are pushing AI, and everything's AI. But reality is, I think 99% of consumers won't use any of the AI on here. They're just going to get it just because it's the new device, and it's got a beautiful display. It's big. It's bold. It's got great cameras. That's the reason the consumer is probably going to buy this device or most devices on the market. I don't think anybody's buying a device because, oh, it's got that AI feature I want to use. Yeah, very seldom do I even use Circle to search. Ironically enough, it's very nice on this device, but I use it on the Pixel a few times, my Pixels. But after that, man, I just don't really, that's not something I'm just so used to typing. And it's that muscle memory that kicks in when when you're used to doing something. When you're used to doing something, it's going to take you a while to break free from it. So nonetheless, man, 24 hours with this thing, and it's what you thought it was going to be. It's another great Samsung experience. I'm ready for the next generation of the folding lineup from Samsung. But for now, I'm going to keep rocking with this and just keep using it. And I'll definitely follow up again. But I want to give you a 24-hour just kind of recap and just first impressions after having this for a full 24 hours of usage. It's pretty good. Well, 20 so hours. It's pretty decent. It's almost 24 hours. So it's decent. It's going to be really good, I can tell. I think the battery life is going to really be good. And I could credit that to the new processor, because this thing is flying along just like the S23 Ultra. I don't see that much difference in performance, like day-to-day tasks, but maybe I'll see those differences if I start to use some AI and sprinkle some AI in there or something like that. I don't know. But it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed the S24 Ultra. I'm so used to saying S23 Ultra. The S24 Ultra. It's a hit right now, but I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this. I think it's really good. Price doesn't dictate when something's good or not, but when you get a good deal on something, it's hard to ignore. And I got mine for half off because I was willing to wait, which is why you see my review coming a little bit later. I told you in another video, I canceled my order and switched colors. Once I started to see those colors, I was like, ugh. And so I ended up switching over to the titanium black, and I was willing to wait the month or however long it took for it to get here. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.